If you want to fail, keep doing exactly what the billionaires tell you to do. You're obsessed with success stories, but here's the cold, hard truth. The advice of a winner is often the most dangerous thing you can listen to. It's not because they are lying, but because they have no idea why they actually won. Today, we're breaking the most dangerous illusion in human history: survivorship bias. Imagine it's 1943. Allied planes are being shot down at an alarming rate. The military looks at the planes that manage to fly back to base. They see bullet holes all over the wings and the tail. Naturally, they decide to add heavy armor to the wings and the tail. It makes sense, right? Protect where the holes are. But a mathematician named Abraham Wald stepped in and said, "You are doing it exactly backwards." Wald realized that the bullet holes they were seeing were on the planes that survived. If a plane got hit in the wings, it could still fly home. But if a plane got hit in the engine or the cockpit, it crashed into the ocean. Those holes were invisible because the planes were at the bottom of the sea. By armoring the wings, they were protecting the parts that didn't matter. They were ignoring the silent graveyard. This is the trap you are in right now. Let's bring this to 2026. You see a 20-year-old influencer on your feed talking about how college is a scam because Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg dropped out? This is a classic everyday trap. For every Mark Zuckerberg, there are 500,000 people who dropped out of college, lost their savings, and are now working jobs they hate to pay off debt you've never heard of. You don't see them because they aren't on stage. They don't have podcasts, don't have blue checks. When you follow the dropout path, you aren't following a strategy. You are buying a lottery ticket. Success is a combination of hard work, plus skill, plus insane luck. The survivors only tell you about the hard work because it makes them feel in control. They never mention the lucky phone call, the wealthy parents, or the market timing they didn't create. You are studying the footsteps of the lucky, while the graveyards of the hardworking stay silent. I want you to think about the silent graveyard for a second. Think about the entrepreneur who worked 100 hours a week, sacrificed their health, stayed away from their family, did everything right. But their business failed because a global pandemic hit, or because a bigger company moved in next door. We call them losers. We say they didn't grind hard enough. But in reality, they did the exact same things as the winner on the magazine cover. The only difference? One plane got hit in the wing, and the other got hit in the engine. It is heartbreaking to realize that your best effort does not guarantee a result. But until you accept that, you will continue to beat yourself up for not being a billionaire. When in reality, you might just be a survivor who hasn't been hit in the engine yet. So, should you stop trying? No, that's the wrong lesson. The lesson is to stop looking for the secret. There is no secret. Success stories are not manuals, they're post-game celebrations. If you want to learn how to survive, stop looking at the person on the podium. Start looking at the people who failed. The person who failed can tell you where the landmines are. The person who failed can tell you what not to do. The winner will tell you to follow your passion. But the person who went bankrupt following their passion will tell you to watch your cash flow. One is a dream, the other is a life jacket. Which one do you think will save you when the storm hits? Stop comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's lottery win. You're not a failure because you aren't at the top yet. You are just a pilot in a dangerous sky. Armor your engines. Focus on the risks the winners don't talk about. Don't seek to be the next anyone. Seek to be the one who survived the parts that others didn't. Quote for the day: "The loudest advice comes from those who got lucky. The most valuable lessons are buried with those who didn't." If you're tired of the survivor myths, comment "armor the engine" below. It's time we started looking at the whole map, not just the winner's circle. Subscribe to keep your eyes open. And remember, just because a plane is flying doesn't mean it isn't full of holes.